Welcome to this week's edition of Immunology Updates, covering the latest breakthroughs. Brought to you by LucidQuest. Sanofi's Rilzabrutinib has earned orphan drug designation from the FDA for two underserved autoimmune diseases: warm autoimmune hemolytic anemia and IgG for related disease. There are currently no approved treatments for either condition. Early phase 2 data show encouraging reductions in disease flares and higher response rates. Rilzabrutinib is also under review for immune thrombocytopenia, with a key FDA decision expected in August 2025. With its oral administration and Bruton's tyrosine kinase inhibition, the therapy is gaining momentum as a potential new option in hematologic autoimmunity. Amgen's UPLIZNA, Inebilizumab, has become the first FDA-approved treatment for IgG4-related disease, following results from the pivotal Mitigate trial. Patients experienced an 87% reduction in flares, with many achieving complete, corticosteroid-free remission. This approval not only fills a significant treatment void but also strengthens Amgen's B-cell therapy portfolio, which includes neuromyelitis optica spectrum disorder and generalized myasthenia gravis. UPLIZNA is now positioned as a new standard of care in this rare disease space. Desentum's novel Birch pollen allergy vaccine has shown strong immunogenicity and tolerability in phase 1. The experimental therapy, DM101PX, successfully induced high levels of allergen-specific IgG4 and demonstrated effective IgE blocking activity. No serious adverse events were reported, with most reactions limited to mild injection site issues. Immune effects persisted for up to 37 weeks post-treatment, and phase 2 trials are now planned to assess symptom control in real-world seasonal exposures. Janssen's Ustekinumab has received European Commission approval for pediatric Crohn's disease, marking a key regulatory expansion. Approved for patients over 40 kilograms with moderate to severe disease, Ustekinumab showed over 50% remission at 8 weeks in the Unity Junior trial. Benefits were maintained through week 44. Real-world data continues to support its long-term safety and effectiveness. This move addresses an urgent therapeutic gap in childhood-onset inflammatory bowel disease. Palleon Pharmaceuticals E602 has advanced into phase 2 trials for lupus nephritis in China. Cleared by the National Medical Products Administration, the study will assess E602 in combination with rituximab. The asset targets autoreactive memory B cells and inflammatory macrophages using a glycoimmunology approach. Phase 1 showed a favorable safety profile and dual mechanism of action. As one of the first drugs in its class, E602 represents a novel strategy in autoimmune drug development. New research reveals that obesity significantly increases biologic resistance in patients with psoriasis. Obese patients were 17 times more likely to develop treatment resistance. Gene expression analyses identified IL-36, S100A8/9, and TNF-SF10 as key overexpressed pathways in resistant skin. Neutrophilic inflammation and innate immune signals appear to drive this resistance, indicating a need for more targeted approaches in patients with metabolic comorbidities. Data from the BioCapture registry show that women have lower drug survival on psoriasis biologics, particularly IL-17 and IL-23 inhibitors. Despite similar clinical response rates between sexes, women reported more adverse events and higher rates of treatment discontinuation. The findings underline the importance of sex-specific treatment strategies, especially in chronic dermatologic care. Stay ahead in immunology research. Like, share, and subscribe for weekly updates. Visit www.lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert healthcare consulting. See you next time.